March 2008, Heather Dordian became known as the runner who would not give up. The race started off like any other, with Heather in the lead for most of the race. Until with about 200 meters left, she tripped and fell. Without even thinking, she immediately got up and kept running. But by then, she was trailing the other runners by more than 30 meters. Still, she kept running, letting nothing stop her from achieving her goal. Her determination paid off, and she came in second place. In 1 Corinthians 9:24, Paul compares our lives to a race. He says, Do you not know that in the race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get the crown that will not last, but we do it to get the crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like a man running aimlessly. I do not fight like a man beating in the air. In these verses, Paul mentions 3 tips for living our lives well. The first one is running with a purpose. Now, I once heard someone compare life to traveling down a highway, with the billboards and flashing lights and even other people trying to pull our attention off the road. The same thing happens in our lives with issues such as drama, jobs, family problems, all seem to scream for our attention, trying to pull us from our goal. God says, do not be caught up in those things. Do not worry about them. When we live as God, live for God, those old distractions seem to not matter anymore. God calls us to run with confidence and persistence, to be disciplined, to be focused on our goal. When we run relentlessly after God, we will not be disappointed. The second thing Paul talks about is training. Now, training can be painful. It's usually not very fun. In fact, great American boxer Muhammad Ali once said, I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. Now, this applies to our life as well, because training is a vital part of running. Runners don't expect to just sit on the couch and one day wake up and go, ooh, I feel like running today. They have to go into strict training, and training prepares us for the real deal, or the adversity that we will face later. God sometimes requires us to let go of relationships and habits that once hindered us and kept us back in the past. But we must let God fill those empty spaces with a new passion for Him. And the third and final thing Paul talks about is applying what we have learned. We now know why we are running and we have been trained. Now we must put it into practice. Builders aren't given tools and just stare at them expecting to see a building. They use the tools that they are given to complete their job. I encourage you not to be caught napping in the heat of the race, but to run relentlessly after God, and as Pastor Steve says all the time, you will live the best life possible.